haven't discussed this with my editor. I haven't mentioned it to Jill. I figured best to see you first, see if it was practical. I would like to do an interview with Ken George Jones. Will he do it? Can he do it?
Well, that's hard to say on both counts. You see, he starts out very strong, but he tires very easily. If he wants to use his strength for an interview, or if he wants anything written about him right now, I guess you'd have to ask Barry.
Barry? That possible?
Yeah, he's staging a remarkable recovery. Of course, this whole episode's been one for the books, beginning with Dee's premonition.
Hey, what do you think about that?
I think it was genuine. Something more than Dee's peculiar logic, and certainly something more than coincidence.
You're serious?
Yeah. I doubted it, and then she turned around, she laid one on me that, well, I'm not free to discuss the details, but it was extremely accurate, and I'm still in shock.
Well, Maeve and Johnny were impressed with that business at Ryan's. Hey.
Jillian? Is it Ken?
It's unfair. And it's sad. He wants to die, Roger. He wants to get this over with. And I wish that I had the courage to help him.
Help him how?
Ken has repeatedly asked for an overdose.
And Roger's in the middle. With Ken and me on one side, and the hospital and his conscience on the other, and I promised that I wouldn't do this to you anymore.
Don't worry about me. You and Ken are the ones who need the attention right now.
Jill, you think Ken would be up to an interview?
Oh, no, Jack, don't. Although I shouldn't speak for him. I know if somebody has to write this story, I would rather it be you than anyone else. But I think you should talk to Barry.
That's what Roger suggested.
If you write this story about Ken, now or later, there are things that I would like to say.
Sure.
About courage and about quality of life and a person's right to choose. Does a person have a right to choose? I don't know anymore. I only know that I love him, and I don't want to let go of him, and at the same time, I wish it was over.
Hey, have you had any sleep?
Everybody keeps asking me that.
Yeah, well, with reason.
I'm fine, Roger. I just need to talk to Maeve for a little while.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye, Jack.
I'll be around.
I wish I could help her. Wish I could help him.
Failed calc test. Boss flipped out. Got dumped.
Bad week. SoapNet's got your break from reality. Every Saturday morning, catch 5 hours of backstabbing, bed hopping, and breakups. Escape your drama and relive theirs. Melrose Place in 90210. Today, 7 to noon on SoapNet.
Spencer Truman continues to wreak havoc on the residents of Landview.
Why don't you be decent? Just one moment in your life and tell Todd where his son is.
You're never gonna find him, even if he is still alive.
Watch this week's episodes of One Life to Live, starting at a special time, this Sunday at 6 on SoapNet. A secret affair.
Babe, tell me it's over.
I can't, okay?
A guilty wife.
Is it Josh?
Ready to confess, but her lover betrays her first.
I made love to your wife.
The truth is out. Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
For every drop of yourself you give, get every drop back. We offer over 80 ways to hydrate, energize, nourish, relax, or enjoy every drop of life.
My 3-year-old son went to the hospital. He had an emergency. He was a very sick little boy, and I started to get sick. I couldn't afford to be sick. I couldn't afford to get my little guy sick. I sent my husband Michael to the pharmacy across the street for Zicam.
Taking Zicam at the first sign is clinically proven to get you over your cold 3 times faster.
I was just so thankful that I was able to stay strong and healthy for him, and Zicam really saved the day.
Get Zicam and get over your cold 3 times faster.
If they can move comfortably, you can too. Hanes Comfort Soft Bras and Panties. Comfort reinvented.
I'm famous for my crabapple jelly, and people look forward to it every year. Just as I was starting this year's batch, I had a pretty big fall. I was lucky. I wasn't hurt badly, but when my daughter and I talked to the doctor, he told us to call Lifeline.
Lifeline is the #1 medical alert service trusted by doctors, hospitals, and professional caregivers.
If I have another fall or if something happens, I just touch this little button and I'm connected to Lifeline.
Mrs. Riddell, this is Carl from Lifeline. Do you need help?
In the event of an emergency, Lifeline can send help quickly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For your free Lifeline information package, call 1-800-290-9137. Call 1-800-290-9137 right now, and you'll also get a free falls assessment guide.
Now my daughter doesn't worry so much about me living alone.
All right, a week from Thursday, cocktails here at 5 for 15. Coordinate the canopies and so forth with Audrey. Check the liquor supply, which you are more equipped than I to do. Oh, and you may have to look at the wine cellar. I think we're going to need to reorder some more of the California varietals.
I don't know what that is. I don't know very much about wine, other than a glass of white with a splash of seltzer.
Really? Oh, wine's a lot of fun, and it is not nearly the mystery that people make of it.
What's a varietal?
Well, that's a wine which is named for the grape from which it's pressed, such as, a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Pinot Noir or a Chardonnay.
Can you really taste the difference?
Oh, my friend, there is only one answer to that question.
It's the middle of the morning. We can't start drinking now.
Says who?
Well, I guess if it's okay with you, it's okay with me.
Besides, we are not going to be drinking, we're going to be tasting. Get me 4 glasses and a corkscrew.
We're going to be tasting all that?
Only if we're ready to let the Woodard Empire run itself for a couple of days.
I don't know.
Michael, relax. This is business, and it's part of your education. Now, the reds aren't ready quite. They have to breathe. We will start with the whites. It's an interesting thing about that breathing. Once you uncork a wine, you see, wines continue the aging process when they're in the bottle. Once you uncork a wine, you release some of the remaining gases, which are a byproduct of that fermentation. At the same time, you let the oxygen get in to finish the fermentation process and sort of round out the taste of the wine. Whites don't need to breathe because the fermentation is already more complete. Oh, and by the way, whites are always served chilled, reds never.
Oh.
Now, the Chardonnay is my favorite white. And this is a Riesling, which is a German grape, but a California product. Try the Chardonnay first.
That's good.
You bet it is. However, Most of the fun of this is in the vocabulary. You, too, can be as pretentious as the next guy. Okay, let's see. For a Chardonnay, you might say, Oh, great finesse and depth. A creamy richness to this bottle, wouldn't you say?
Okay. Depth. Finesse.
Try the Riesling.
That's sweet.
As opposed to dry.
But I can't just say, gee, that's sweet.
Oh, Michael, how you learn so quickly.
Teach me some more.
Well, the most important thing is to enjoy it. So, pour a glass of your choice, and let's take our time with it.
Your favorite is the Chardonnay?
Which doesn't mean it has to be yours.
Mrs. Woodard, ma'am? I am following your lead.
I'm afraid Jill's about had it. She's been on an emotional roller coaster for weeks now. She's in this hospital around the clock. She doesn't even know what day it is. And I'm afraid when it's all over, she's gonna be in for one hell of a reaction.
Tell me about Ken. Off the record.
Ken wants the fastest way out. And I can't say that I blame him.
And he asked Jill.
He's asked all of us.
There's no question that he's terminal.
In about 4 different ways.
How long does he have?
Depends. Not long. The point is that whatever is left, it won't be easy for him or Jill. He's asked me to give him an overdose of his medication, and I said no. I mean, as a physician, what else could I say? But as a human being and as Jill's brother...
What?
I'm beginning to wonder. If you quote me, I'll deny I said anything like that.
I understand. I'm gonna go see Barry.
Right. I'll check on Ken.
Now watch it, because they're hot, those little devils. Don't burn yourself.
Shouldn't stack when they're hot.
All right, you are, because then they stick together. Ginny, what in the world?
May I sit with you for a little while?
Of course. Jono, you see, his teachers are in conference today, so we're very heavily into cookies around here, aren't we?
Right.
Hi, John Reed Ryan.
Hi.
John, I tell you what. Why don't you take those cookies? Come on, hurry it up. Put them on the plate. Take them out to the bar and give them to your grandfather,
Okay.
All right. Here, get down and I'll put the cookies on. Here, take them. There you go. Tell them not to eat too many.
Did you ask Ken about my notebook?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I forgot. I will.
Okay. I'm going out front to play.
All right, dear.
Oh, Maeve.
Ginny, Ken.
I don't know what to do.
What's happened?
He called me this morning. He said that he wanted to see me. And we had this lovely, brief visit together. And then he said that he was tired, he needed to rest. And would I run an errand for him, which I did. I stopped to talk to Seneca. And suddenly I felt somehow like Ken had said goodbye. So I went back to the room. And I found him with a syringe full of drugs. I don't know what, I don't know where it came from. But he was going to inject himself. But he was tired and he was weak and he couldn't do it. So he asked me to help him. He begged me.
Gee.
I couldn't. But I took it away from him and then I threw it into the wastepaper basket. And I stayed with him until he fell asleep. But now I don't know whether I did the right thing or not.
I think so, love.
Did I? He loves me. He trusts me to help him. He asked me to give it back to him when I couldn't do that either. And I'm not sure it's right.
Now, stop it, Jenny. You did what you had to do. And I think I have some idea how much pain it's caused you. Is it safe to leave him alone?
He's sleeping. He was exhausted. He had the medication in it. It helps him a little bit.
He can't get to the hypodermic.
No, it's halfway across the room.
Oh, my poor Julian.
It seems wrong. He trusts me. When I didn't help him, he asked me to get Barry, as if Barry loved him enough to help him, and as if Barry was braver than I am.
Did you tell Barry what's going on?
No, not yet. I have to. I just needed to come and see you first.
Barry?
Get the answers.
I want the truth.
It's never too late
Jump, baby.
to jump into Genoa City.
It's a SoapNet special event.
4 special episodes, hosted by the cast of The Young and the Restless.
Check out this classic Michael
Nick episode.
Jump into Genoa City tomorrow, starting at 11.
Only on SoapNet.
Keep up with the lives and loves of Genoa City's residents.
Jack and Sharon were giving each other looks across the table.
Looks?
I think what's going on between them is a little past the kissing stage.
Watch this week's episodes of The Young and the Restless tonight, starting at 7 on SoapNet.
Rated T for teen. You know you like to watch. Now it's time to play. Move on to Wisteria Lane as the newest Desperate Housewife. Make new friends. Join the garden club. Visit the neighbors. Experience new secrets, lies, and scandals. Play the new Desperate Housewives game. Being bad never felt this good. Available now for your PC.
After the doctor diagnosed my son with ADHD, I knew treatment was the right thing to do.
He's a smart kid, and he's made a lot of progress. But he's growing and changing, and treatment options change too.
I want to keep up, so he can keep doing the best he can.
To make sure your child's treatment keeps up with his changing needs, call 1-800-611-7840 or go to ADHDprogress.com for your free ADHD Progress Kit. You can get a workbook to help you know what to expect at different ages and a progress tracker. 8 tips for working with the doctor to ensure the right treatment for your child's needs. And the latest on treatment options from Shire.
I'm glad I got the kit. Now I know what to ask the doctor.
Get your free progress kit so you can keep up with ADHD and your child can keep making progress. Call 1-800-611-7840 or go to ADHDprogress.com today.
If you're significantly overweight, you've probably seen this commercial.
When is a diet pill worth $153 a bottle? When you're more than 20 pounds overweight and every diet plan has failed. Now there's Leptoprin.
She's right, but you don't have to pay $153 a bottle to experience significant weight loss. Generics Labs has obtained the exclusive rights to manufacture Leptopril, the same powerful Leptoprin SD formula, the same strength, the same amazing weight loss, but for less than half the price. So if you're significantly overweight, you can get the weight loss you want at a price you can finally afford. Leptopril from Generics Labs.
Finally, significant weight loss at an affordable price. Order Leptopril risk-free. Call 1-800-698-9415. That's 1-800-698-9415. Order Leptopril now. Call 1-800-698-9415. That's 1-800-698-9415.
You're always telling your friends about DirecTV, so why not get paid for it? Help us spread the word, and we'll give you $100. Your friends not only get DirecTV's top-ranking service, they can get a free DirecTV Plus DVR and a free portable DVD player. Then you get a $100 credit on your DirecTV bill. Got a lot of friends? No problem. There's no limit on how many referrals you can make. And for each friend you refer, you get a chance to win 2 round-trip tickets to Super Bowl 41 in the Refer a Friend sweepstakes.
Now you let me pour and you concentrate on the celery and maybe a bite of cheese.
To cleanse the palate.
You've got it. This is the Cabernet Sauvignon, which, without argument, makes the best of the American reds.
Without argument from who?
From whom?
From whom?
No one. Who would dare argue with me?
No one.
Of course. And this is the Pinot Noir, which under certain circumstances does quite nicely. However, as far as I'm concerned, it can't really begin to compete.
Okay. Well, I'm ready for the heavy contender first. Now, maybe I should work up to it.
You certainly should. Can you tell me why?
Well, because once you've experienced the best, second best doesn't stand a chance. So you start slow and know the best is there waiting for you when you know more and can appreciate it.
Very good, Michael.
What do I say to this?
Don't forget the bouquet.
Whoops.
Sip it. Taste it thoroughly. Finely balanced with a strong nose and a great deal of complexity.
Finely balanced, strong nose, complexity. That's not bad.
And now, the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Mrs. Woodard.
Ray.
Ray. You sure about that?
Well, I can't taste wine with someone until I'm on a first-name basis. Think I've been too forward?
No.
Good. You were going to ask Mrs. Woodard, Ray.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh,
No, actually, I do.
all right.
It's something I wanted to tell you.
Uh-huh.
Everything else aside, I have more fun with you than with any woman I've ever known.
Thank you.
Maybe it's because you're the only woman I've ever known.
Now, Michael, that is an exaggeration.
Well, not really. I think maybe the rest of them were just little girls. That is sensational.
Extraordinary complexity, finely balanced, and great finesse.
Next, secrets are revealed on Ryan's Hope. Then Lisa and Tide chat with the stars on SoapNet's original Soap Talk, followed by Melrose Place.
Have you noticed, sir, the halo that's around my head?
I don't want to be answerable to anybody else on the face of this earth.
Ryan's Hope, next on SoapNet. Sunday at 7, SoapNet gives you one last chance to catch up on the week's worth of days before the new week begins.
Come to me, baby.
Spend Sunday nights in Salem.
Wind up your weekend with one last look at all the day's drama.
Damn it!
One final fling with all your favorite characters.
I'm just a woman who's going to do whatever it takes to make sure she winds up with the man she loves.
One whole week of days in one big night.
A week's worth of days of our lives.
Spend Sunday nights in Salem starting at 7 on SoapNet.
You are my sister, young, old, red, black, or white. Our common bond is this breast cancer fight.
If you were my sister, I would say you should know your breast cancer could come back.
So it's perfectly normal to be afraid.
But you can fight fear with information.
Learn everything you can. Things keep changing.
There are treatments after surgery that can help reduce the risk significantly.
For information, call or go to getbcfacts.com.
Talk to your doctor about your risk of recurrence.
Find out about treatment choices.
If you're already on treatment, stay on it.
Just like your doctor says.
If you were my sister, I would say,
make a promise to yourself
to keep fighting.
If you were my sister, I would say, honey, don't be afraid. We'll get through this together.
To get your free information kit on the risk of recurrence, call 877-746-4558 or go to getbcfacts.com.
Little John?
Hi.
Hi. I'm kind of surprised to see you. Does your family know you're here?
No, I'm not supposed to cross the street.
Maybe you better go back home then, huh?
Okay.
How did you get up here anyway?
I got on the elevator with the lady. When the doors opened, I got off and read your name on the door.
You did.
I'm Jones. Jones.
That's very good.
I'm sorry you're sick.
Thank you.
Jo loves you, doesn't she?
Yes.
Does Jo love my father?
Yeah. I think your father's a very good man. I hope that your father and Jillian get married someday. You do too, don't you?
Yes, so I could live with them.
Well, I hope that happens, little John. Would you pick that up for me, please? Good.
May I have this? Thank you. I have to go now.
Selfishness, really.
What is, Jillian?
Do you know what I'm afraid that I'm holding on to?
No.
Ken's idea of me. He sees me in a way that no one else, even Frank, has or does. I like the Jillian Ken loves. I'm afraid when he dies that she'll be gone too.
I'm sure that's a very small part of what you're feeling.
I'm not so sure that it is. How can I want to prolong his life when... For his sake, there's no way to justify that. What if it is for me?
Oh, I don't believe it. The Jillian that Ken knows and loves is going to be here still with the rest of us, even after he goes, dear.
You don't understand. I don't think that she will be. I don't think that I can find her without him. I don't know her that well myself. We haven't had that much time together. Oh, God. That is what I'm afraid to give up.
Please, love, come upstairs with me and lie down for an hour.
No, Meg, no, thank you. I don't need to sleep. I don't need to rest. I needed to talk. I know what I have to do now. I need to get back to Ken. I need to be there when he gets up. I need to talk to Barry. And I don't want anybody to find the syringe in the wastepaper basket.
Jillian, do me a favor. Track down Roger. Tell him what's going on.
I've seen Roger just a few minutes ago. Roger can't help. Maeve, I'll talk to you later. I love you.